Who would have thought at this stage of the NRL season we'd have the four-time defending premiers Penrith Panthers and the three consecutive time wooden spooners West Tigers in a matchup, and we're like umming and ahhing about who's going to win or how it's going to play out. I would never have guessed it, but here we are. The Penrith Panthers showed last weekend against the Parramatta Eels that they are starting to get back some of the juju that brought them the 4 premierships in a row, but they're still lacking in consistency. From a week-to-week basis, you don't know what team's turning up. You don't know if they're going to put the effort in defense and what's happening with their scoring. On the other end of the spectrum, you have the West Tigers. Now, they showed quite a lot to start off this season. They're going to be a team that continues to develop and will produce on occasion. Now, they aren't a top 8 team right now. They aren't a premiership contender right now, but they have some great players, some good pieces in the team, and they can surprise. And I can guarantee you that Jerome Luai, Sania Taruva, Api Coruscant, they would have had this game circled in on the calendar from day one at training. They want to give it to their old teammates, to the defending premiers, and say, hey, we're right there with you guys. They're hungry, they're young, they got a point to prove, and their development continues. Now, they started off as a pretty strong defensive outfit to start the season, and that's completely fallen off the cliff. I don't really know why or how, but it's pretty easy to say that it has happened. With Penrith not having a great amount of scoring, I don't value the fall off in defense from West as a big enough problem to count them out of this game. Because I think when you count in the aggression, the hunger, and the feeling around it, I think that'll definitely make up, and they will try extremely hard from the first whistle to the last whistle. The predictive modelling has this game as the closest matchup of any of the NRL games this weekend. It has it a 1 point difference. So I think it's worth taking a chance on the draw, but I also like the West Tigers getting 9.5 points. They are 6-3 ATS against the Panthers since 2019. So that encompasses that whole dynasty era, and they're 6-3. They are 7-5 ATS so far this season as well. So even though they've been losing, they've been close enough to cover the lines as the underdogs, which I think they'll do right here. Penrith, they've not had any problems getting up the field. They're third in run meters, second in tackles inside 20, but their efficiency once they get into that red zone has been faltering. They are 10th in tries or in efficiency inside that red zone. So that's tries per tackles inside the 20. The Tigers, they rank third in defensive efficiency. So they restrict teams. Once they get up to the 20s, it takes them a long time to cross the line, but they have been letting in long-range tries. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out with these two teams. Penrith aren't known to be a team to put on long-range tries, but if they work up the field, then the Tigers will be able to defend them in that 20 and hold them out for as long as they can. 9 straight games between these two teams have gone under the game total, and I think the same thing will happen here. And with the tries being few and far between, you've got to look to a winger. Sania Taruva, he's leading the try scoring for the Tigers so far this season, scored 9 tries in 12 games. Pick him up for a try here anytime, or first try scorer. The Panthers have conceded the first try now in 3 straight games. So some pretty good numbers there for Taruva. And once again, you know that they are going to be hungry AF to get out there and smash the Panthers in this Sunday Arvo special. Check out all the content here on the bets.com.au channel. Head over to the website for the full game preview. You're going to see stats and a lot more over there, not just for NRL, but for AFL, supercars, Formula One, racing, tennis. It's all right there. See you around.